This is the 9th video of the topic series differentiation. In this topic, we are going to discuss about trigonometric differentiation. The differentiation of sine x. If you differentiate sine x, you will receive the answer as cos x. The proof of differentiation of sine x will be discussed at the topic called differentiation with derivatives. For the moment, we have to understand the differentiation of sine x become cos x. Then, if you want to differentiate sine kx, for example, sine 3x, in that case, the answer would be cos kx and you get a k value in front of that. That came by differentiating this kx. The exact answer for this differentiation for sine kx is differentiation of sine kx is cos kx. Then the differentiation of kx is k. That is why this k came over here. The third extension is if you differentiate sine fx, means fx is some kind of a function, just like x squared plus 2x or 3x squared, somewhere like that. In that case, you can write the answer as cos fx into, now you need to differentiate the function over here. That is the answer for that. In future question, let's try to understand how to get the answer for such situations, right? For example, if you want to differentiate sine 3x, answer is cos 3x, then differentiate 3x. The differentiation of 3x is 3. That is why this 3 came over here. If you differentiate sine minus 5x, sine minus 5x is cos minus 5x, then differentiation of minus 5x become minus 5. So the answer is minus 5 cos minus 5x. The other one is the same thing over here. Right. Now, if you differentiate sine x squared, there's a differentiation of sine x squared. What would be the answer? Cos x squared, and then differentiate x squared over here. First, you have to write sine x squared differentiation is cos x squared, and you have to differentiate the term over here, x squared. If you differentiate x squared, what is that answer? That is 2x. Then you can say cos x squared into 2x. Remember that you cannot multiply this x squared with this 2x. This is cos x squared. Then you can write final answer as 2x cos x squared. Then if you differentiate sine x cube, answer is cos x cube, then differentiate x cube again. If you differentiate x cube again, what is that answer? That is 3x squared. Then you can say answer is 3x squared cos x cube. If you differentiate sine 5x cube, answer is cos 5x cube, then differentiate 5x cube. That is turn up into 15x squared. So your final answer is 15x squared cos 5x cube. Right. Then if you differentiate sine x cube plus 2x, what would be the answer? You can write this is cos x cube plus 2x. Now you need to differentiate the term over here, x cube plus 2x. If you differentiate x cube plus 2x, what is that answer? That is 3x plus 2. Then you can write the final answer cos x cube plus 2x into 3x squared plus 2. So this would be your final answer for that. Now we will come up with the differentiation of cos x. The differentiation of cos x is minus sine x. The differentiation of cos x is minus sine x. The same theory, we will learn the proof over here by differentiating by derivatives, right? If you want to differentiate cos kx over dx, if you differentiate cos kx, then answer is sine kx into differentiation of kx. Differentiation of kx is k. Therefore, your final answer is minus k sine kx. For example, if you differentiate cos 3x, answer is sine 3x into differentiation of 3x is 3. Answer is minus 3 sine 3x, right? Then if you differentiate cos fx, answer is minus sine fx into differentiation of fx. If you differentiate cos minus 5x, answer is minus sine minus 5x. Again, your differentiation of minus 5x is minus 5. That minus 5 and plus 5 get cancelled and turn up into plus 5. Right. Then if you differentiate cos x squared, answer is minus sine x squared. Again, you have to differentiate x squared. The differentiation of x squared is 2x. Then you get the answer minus 2x sine x squared. Remember that most of the situations, some of the students get misunderstood and they just multiply these two. It's not possible since this is sine x squared, not just x squared. Right. Then if you want to differentiate x cube, sorry, cos x cube, the answer is minus sine x cube into differentiation of x cube. Differentiation of x cube is 3x squared. So your final answer is minus 3x squared sine x cube. Hopefully there's a minus mark missing over here. Right. That's what. Then if you differentiate cos 5x cube, answer is minus sine 5x cube. Then differentiate differentiate 5x cube. If you differentiate 5x cube, answer is 15x squared. Therefore, your final answer turn up to minus x squared sine 5x cube. Right. Then if you want to differentiate cos x cube plus 2x, answer is minus sine x cube plus 2x into differentiation of x cube plus 2x. Answer is differentiation of x cube plus 2x is 3x squared plus 2. Your final answer turn up to minus 3x squared plus 2 sine x cube plus 2x. Hope you have understood how to do the differentiation of sine x and cos x. Now we are entering for a very important topic, that is the differentiation of tan x. If you want to differentiate tan x, right, we know that tan x is sin x over cos x. Then you can write differentiation of tan x equals to differentiation of sin x over cos x. This is a fraction, a quotient. Therefore, you can use the quotient rule. I think you can remember the quotient rule. If you are not familiar about how to use this quotient rule, refer my first video, differentiation 8 part. There you can understand how to do the quotient rule. So I'll put the link at the description box and it will pop up over here as the suggestion video, right? Okay. Then you have to first how to do the quotient rule. Square the denominator. What is the denominator? Cos x. Square the denominator. Cos x squared. Then keep the denominator term and differentiate the numerator term. The denominator is cos x and differentiate the numerator is sin x. Minus, now keep the numerator into differentiate the denominator. Numerator is sin x into differentiation of denominator is cos x, right? Let's go ahead. Cos x differentiation of sin x is cos x. Minus sin x differentiation of cos x is how much, children? This should be minus sin x. Again, another mark missing over here. This should be not just sin x, should be minus sin x. Right. Okay. Right. Then you know that cos x into cos x is cos squared x. Minus sin x into minus sin x is plus sin squared x. Then cos squared x plus sin squared x is, we know from trigonometry, that is equals to 1. Right. Cos squared plus sin x, sin squared x is 1. If you are not familiar with these theories, refer my trigonometric relationship formulas, right? Then 1 over, this is turned up into cos squared x. Cos squared x. Then there is a relationship called 1 over cos x is called the sec x. 1 over cos x, we call it as sec x. That one also well explained in the topic trigonometry, right? For the moment, if you don't know, just remember that it's as sec x. Therefore, 1 over cos squared x called it as sec squared x. So the differentiation of tan x become 1 over cos squared x, or we call it as sec squared x. Then we need to know how to do the differentiation of cot x. Cot x is 1 over tan x, or we call it as cos x over sin x. That is a reciprocal of tan x relationship. Cos x over sin x. Then we will use the quotient rule, right? Then in the quotient rule, square the denominator. Then keep the denominator and differentiate the numerator. This is quotient rule. Minus, keep the numerator and differentiate the denominator. If I repeat it, square the denominator, keep the denominator and differentiate the numerator, minus, keep the numerator and differentiate the denominator. If you just keep sin x, and if you differentiate cos x, it's minus sin x. Minus, keep cos x over here, and differentiation of sin x is cos x. Then this turn up into minus sin squared x minus cos squared x. You can understand that I can take this minus mark out. If you take minus mark out, turn up into sin squared x plus cos squared x. What is the value for sin squared x plus cos squared x? We know that that is 1. From the previous slide even, we use the same relationship. Therefore, the minus remain over here, which I already took from these two minus mark. Sin squared x plus cos squared x turn up into 1. So the answer is minus 1. Divided by sin squared x. 1 over sin is cosec x. That's another trigonometric relationship where we supposed to learn, right? 1 over sin x is sec cosec x. Therefore, 1 over sin squared x become cosec squared x. So, if you differentiate cot x, your answer would be minus cosec squared x. Okay, children. The third differentiation format we have to understand is sec x differentiation. If you differentiate sec x, we know that what is sec x? Sec x is 1 over cos x. Then differentiation of sec x is differentiation of 1 over cos x. Then I will use a quotient rule. Square the denominator. Square the denominator and keep the denominator and differentiate the numerator. What is the numerator term? Numerator term is 1. Minus, keep the numerator and differentiate the denominator. The same quotient rule I am using, right? Then we know that cos x differentiation of 1 is 0. Minus 1 times of differentiation of cos x is minus sin x, right? Then cos x into 0 is 0. Minus 1 into minus sin x is plus sin x over cos squared x. To obtain the final answer, I will just split this cos squared x into cos x into cos x. Therefore, I can write sin x over cos x, 1 cos x I am split from here, into 1 over cos x. You can see 1 over sin x into 1 is sin x, cos x into cos x is cos squared x, the same expression which I already obtained here. Then sin x over cos x is tan x into 1 over cos x is sec x. Therefore, if you differentiate sec x, answer turn up into sec x tan x. Hope you have understood the context. Right. The last part of the differentiation of the trigonometric differentiation. If we need to differentiate cosec x, how to do the differentiation of cosec x? We know that cosec x is 1 over sin x. That means if you differentiate cosec x means that is the differentiation of 1 over sin x. Again, I am using the same quotient rule. Square the denominator, keep the denominator and differentiate the numerator 1. Minus, keep the numerator 1 and differentiate the denominator sin x. Then we know that sin x differentiation of 1 is just a constant, that is 0. Minus, keep 1 and differentiation of sin x is cos x. Then we know that sin x into 0 is 0. Minus 1 into cos x is minus cos x. So the answer is minus cos x divided by sin squared x. Again, I am using the same theory where I have used in a previous slide. Then I will split this sin squared x as sin x into sin x. Then I write the answer as minus cos x into sin x, minus cos x divided by sin x into 1 over sin x. Right. Over here, cos x over sin x is cot x. This is cot x. And 1 over sin x is cosec x. So this minus over here, 1 over sin x is cosec x. Cos x over sin x is cot x. Therefore, you can write the differentiation of cosec x would be minus cosec x cot x. Right. That is the way of getting the differentiation of trigonometric functions, right? If you repeat back, sometimes if you come across with kx over here, just like the same relationship for sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot, all of the term, if you get a k over here, apart from this differentiation, you write kx over here, all of the points, and you can put a k in front of that. Same the principle where we have used your differentiation of sine kx and cos kx.